So 2 weeks ago, I see a promotion on GameStop's Facebook page, which actually looked really, really promising. And it was, I kind of have to start from the beginning here. They've been doing these things with GameStop be like, we can give you this for $5.50 or $7.50 or whatever, because people keep posting those memes of like entire monstrous collections. And it says, you know, GameStop be like, we'll give you 50 cents for this. Or $3 for this, which isn't that far from the truth. And I have to give them credit for trying to bounce back from that and try to re-meme the meme and make it work for them, but it's getting really lame because they're doing it every week and they're doing it way too much. But anyway, they did one 2 weeks ago. GameStop be like, we can give you all this for $7.50. And it was all Xbox 360 games. The actual image showed Medal of Honor, Madden NFL 2010, Gears of War, Rock Band 2, Lost Planet, Rainbow Six Vegas, and Battlefield Bad Company. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, you know what? I don't care for GameStop, and I found some of these in their dumpster before. These are all kind of cheap games. You're going to pay probably like $5 for Bad Company. You're probably going to pay $5 to $7 for Medal of Honor. Gears of War is like a $2, $3 title. But either way, like everything total would probably cost you about $20 total. So
yeah, and they're all pretty much solid games. Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, like Medal of Honor 2010 had a really good campaign. The multiplayer was broken, but the campaign was excellent. Lost Planet is good. Rainbow Six Vegas, I love Rainbow Six Vegas, especially the sequel. Bad Company, I love Bad Company 2 more, but Bad Company was good. These are pretty decent games. It's not a lot of bargain bin crap, with the exception of, like, maybe you could argue Madden 10. You know, that's just kind of thrown in there.
It was still a good year.
Yeah, and you know, and Rock Band 2 is still, you know, it's still fun to play. So I was like, okay, $7.50 for all of these. I thought this would be a good time to, I'll take advantage of this deal. I'll keep Medal of Honor and Bad Company because I needed new copies, and all the rest will go to Get Well Gamers. That seems really good. Like, because $7.50 for those two games complete is a good price, a really good price.
And that's when I swung in and I had to tell you, this is GameStop. This is GameStop.
Well, here is the story of my experience. I went into a GameStop and I showed them I had taken a picture on a screen cap on my phone of the GameStop be like, we can give you this for $7.50. And I walk in and I'm like, yeah, I want to take part of this deal. The guy's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you guys are having a deal just for the weekend where I can get these 7 games for $360 for $7.50.
Now, did you go in there like towards the end of the weekend, or was this the beginning of the weekend?
Beginning of the weekend.
The very beginning of the weekend. Okay,
yep.
Just want to make sure everyone listening knows that it was the beginning.
I wanted to take advantage of it right away because I knew these weren't stuff they had tons of stock of. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and go bright and early on Saturday and get it done. And this guy had no idea what I was talking about. I actually had to make him get on his computer there, you know, with the register and go straight to GameStop's Facebook page to see that this deal was legitimate. So the guys at corporate did not inform the managers, or the managers didn't inform the employees. There were 2 of them up there. And even though I was dealing with the one, even the other one was like, what the hell is this guy talking about? And he's like, I don't know, there's something on their Facebook page about this. So right away, they had no idea that there was even a promotion. And this is a promotion that was plastered right on GameStop's Facebook page, right there for everybody to see. He's searching for like a promo code or some kind of code you have to put in, or a coupon that was printed that they had to scan. He didn't have anything. So once he saw that it was an actual real deal, he actually had to write down all of the games involved and then manually search for all 7 games, one by one, to make sure they even had them in stock.
You would think that GameStop, from higher up top somewhere, from one of their online warehouses or something, would send these games all shrunk wrapped together with a special UPC.
Yeah, ready to go. That was the word I was looking for, by the way, like a special UPC created just for this sale.
And it just rings up, what was it, $7.50?
$7.50.
$7.50, boom, right there.
But
that's all you got to do.
He had to look up every single one individually. Then he's checking everything out, and at first he's like, I don't think we have a copy of Lost Planet. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? I don't care. I'll grab 6 games for the $7.50. I don't really care, because I already owned Lost Planet, and I was like, yeah, I can find a copy pretty much anywhere. I think E-Star Land has them for under, $5. I thought, I'll just grab that. Even though he did not have any kind of UPC for this promotion, he tried punching those other six games in for the deal, and it wouldn't let him do it. So he had to have all 7 games. Eventually, he did find a copy of Lost Planet, and it was complete, which leads me into the next thing. He did find all 7 games. The picture that was on GameStop's Facebook page shows the 7 games in their cases. You would assume they're all supposed to be complete.
But Neil, you got the games. That's the first thing everyone's going to put in the comment section. You got the games.
Barely.
You got the games.
Barely. Medal of Honor was complete. Lost Planet was complete. It was the one in the best shape. Rainbow Six Vegas came in a generic case, which, okay, all right, they have their generic cases, whatever. Rock Band 2 and Madden 10 did not have the manuals. Gears of War came to me in a case that was completely broken. One of their generic cases. It was so bad that a chip of the plastic, a big chunk of it, fell off in the bag. It was like brittle and falling apart. And I'm looking at it, I was like, you don't have another case for this? And they're like, nah, I'm sorry. But that's not the worst. The worst was Bad Company, because he turned around and said, I don't have a case for this. I'm like, do you have a generic DVD case or something? He's like, no, we don't have any.
Yeah, point me to your dumpster. I can find a ton of perfectly good cases that aren't broken, but they're covered in coffee.
I'm pretty sure that I found a Bad Company case at some point for the gold edition. I'm going to have to go digging and see if I can find it. Because he handed it to me in their little yellow paper sleeve, in which the plastic was already falling out. I just want to say this isn't the employee's fault. The employee was actually really cool about it. He took his time. He dug around looking for everything to make sure it was there. He did the best he could. And while he was looking, I was telling him about why I was there, that I was trying to get games for Wellll Gamers on the cheap. And he's like, that's really cool. And I was telling him I'm always looking for cheap games. He actually took the time to print me out 2 papers that listed every game in the store for PS3 and 360 that were 99 cents or less.
See, that's just really good customer service.
So
right
that
there.
I'm not bashing the employee before anyone says anything about that. The employee did an excellent job, and I actually ended up grabbing a couple more games. I grabbed Damnation and I can't remember off the top of my head, a bunch of like sports games and some other action adventure games just to throw into the Wellll Gamers box, because 99 cents a piece, I'm not, that's awesome. But the fact is, first I go into the GameStop and they don't even know about the promotion. That was the first problem. And making this employee do way more work than was necessary just for me to get this deal that they publicly promoted. Aha, you voted and here it is. Here's our big meme sale. That was the first problem. Second problem, your picture shows the games with their artwork in their cases. I did not get that. I did still get the games, but if you're going to just have loose games or games in generic cases, just show the discs then. That was problem number 2.
There's a lawful term that's used when you don't get what is advertised, and it's not thrown around very lightly. Neil, what is that term?
I believe it's called bait and switch.
And
it's a pretty serious offense. Now, technically, it did happen to me and it didn't. I did get my games, but I didn't get them the way they showed them in the image on Facebook. I didn't get the complete games. I did get the discs, but I didn't get the complete games. But that's not the bait and switch. The bait and switch is what probably ended up happening to every other person after me, which was this. After this was all rung up, and this is point number 3. After all this was rung up, he said, this was our last copy of Lost Planet. So if anyone else comes in here asking for this deal, they can't get it.
Oh, but they have plenty of other games that you could possibly buy, maybe even Amiibo.
And
or
yeah.
would you like to reserve the newest Amiibo that's coming out? Would you like to reserve a new game that's coming out?
And that's where the bait and switch comes in.
Yeah, it's just to get your foot through the door so they have an opportunity to hassle you. And that's what on a corporate level they even, I'm not going to say they planned on doing this, but if they're not even going to tell their lower level employees that, hey, we got this promotion going on, you might want to find all these games and have them prepared and ready to go. Nope.
It kind of feels like it was a bait and switch thing because they had no idea that there was a deal going on. And I came in and I made the guy look for all the games, and he did a really good job. Grabbed all the stuff and I grabbed all the games and partook in the deal. But now the guy coming in behind me will come in and be like, yeah, I want to participate in this deal. And what's he going to hear? Exactly what you just said. Oh, we just sold our last copy of Lost Planet, so you can't participate in this deal. But we do have a lot of other games. And of course, don't forget to get your power-up card, and don't forget to sign up for Game Informer magazine, and hey, would you like to have our credit card? And that's where I kind of take issue with it. It's like, if you're going to have this kind of deal, actually be prepared for it. This company can't handle a deal with 7 games that are over half a decade old for $7.50, but they're going to take your pre-orders for amiibos, for exclusive amiibos. Their website crashed as soon as NES became available. Completely crashed.
And this is a multi-million-dollar company here.
That's what I mean. This isn't East Star Land with one building in Chantilly, Virginia. This isn't a mom and pop shop. This isn't Gamer Doc. This is the biggest gaming store on the planet. And they can't even, they're getting exclusive amiibos for people who are coming and standing in line for hours to get this thing. But a deal they put on Facebook of a bunch of old games for under $10, they can't even handle that. How the hell am I supposed to trust your company when you can't even handle a simple deal like this? It's pretty sad. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and check out our other videos and subscribe to us as well so you'll know as soon as new videos are available. Also, be sure to follow us on Twitter and check out our Facebook page where we do random Steam game giveaways every week.